back to my channel. It's Ashleigh here, and if you are new, welcome. So today's video is going to be a furniture flip video. I feel like I have not done one of these videos in a long time, so here we go. This piece I actually picked up from my neighborhood. Someone was giving it away, and I was like, I'll take that from you. And now I'm going to transform this lovely piece, so let's get started. So the first step that I'm going to do is I'm going to start to wipe down the piece. Now I did also wash this piece down, but I don't have the footage of that. But I'm just going to wash out the whole entire piece, make sure it's nice and clean, and then I'm going to start to remove my hardware and remove all of the drawers. So after I've removed everything, I'm just going to start fixing some minor things. So I'm just going to use my E6000 as I always use to fix some of this veneer that is messed up. And then I'm going to clamp it. So the veneer was messed up on the left and the right side. So I'm just going to do that same thing to the right side. Now I'm just going to take my paint sprayer and I'm going to start to spray on my primer onto the body of the piece. Now that the primer has dried, I'm going to come back with the actual color that we will be using, and I'm painting the body with it, and the color is Celery by Waverly. Okay, so this is how the dresser looks after I have stripped the front and I've painted the front 4 drawers. So the middle drawer actually broke, so we're just going to turn that into like a cubby space extra storage. It broke in the process of me stripping it, so make sure if you are stripping ash tip, don't saturate it. Just like if you were to use water, you don't want to saturate it because the particle board will break. So now what I'm going to start doing is I'm going to start doing my blending technique, and we are going to be blending the front 4 dressers. So first I'm just going to spray it with water. Then I'm coming back here with my Moss color by Waverly, and I'm just going to go around the outside edges with it. And then after I've done the outside edges, I'm going to come back with my white, and I'm going to start to put the white into the middle portion of the drawer. So then after you've done that, I'm going to come back with my Celery, the actual color of the drawer, and I'm going to put that in like my middle section. And then after you've put that in the middle section, you're just going to start to work it and move back and forth until it just starts to blend all together. And you might have to keep layering it, but honestly this takes some time and patience to do. So you just have to keep working it until you just start to see it blend together and blend to your liking. Okay, so now I'm going to start working on the top of the dresser. So originally I was going to just paint the top of the dresser, but then I decided to plank it because planking is my favorite. So I'm marking the middle of this wood, and then I'm going to take it to my table saw and I'm going to cut it in half. Now after I cut it in half, one portion of this will be the front of our top of our dresser, and then the second one I'm going to cut it to size for the middle cubby storage part. So now I'm going to take the rest of the boards that I have and I'm going to start to mark them where I need to cut them, and we're going to start to add them all to the top. Okay, so after I put all the boards onto the top, I had these little spaces on the side. Now I made sure these spaces were going to be the same size because I made sure that I put all my wood closest to the center, if that makes sense. So now I'm just taking the piece of wood that I need and I'm cutting it to the size on my miter saw. And then I'm going to cut this piece in half, and then that will make my two sides that I need on the top of the dresser. Okay, so now it's time to stain. So I'm going to be staining the whole entire top, and I'm going to be using my favorite stain, Dark Walnut. So ash tip for you, if you don't stain your wood before you actually put it on your piece, which is ideal, but I don't like to do that. I like to put my wood on my piece and then stain it. But I like to use sponge brushes because when you use a sponge brush, it's easy to get into the little spaces into the wood to make sure that you're staining those as well. Alright, so this is how it looks after I have stained everything. So that is why I stripped the front, but I didn't show you guys that because I'm not going to end up doing that because my top does not match the side here. So what I'm going to do instead is I'm going to paint my sides, and I'm going to paint these drawers, and the drawers are going to match the drawers that I've already done. And so to do this, I'm just going to take my painter's tape and I'm going to tape off the portions that I'm not going to get painted, so that will be the inside and also the top here, and then I'm going to cover my wood, and then we're going to come with our spray gun and I'm going to spray the outside green. Okay, so now I'm going to take my critter sprayer again and I'm going to start to spray on my paint. So I love this critter sprayer. It's like my favorite thing in the world, and I know every time I use it you guys ask me where did I get it from and can you do a review on it, and I have not gotten around to the review, and I won't be able to because mine actually broke. My husband broke it the last time we were there. He was trying to unscrew it and he unscrewed the wrong thing. Anyways, long story short, I will be purchasing me another one from Amazon, but this is in my Amazon shop. It's a very affordable spray gun. And if I ever get the time before we move from the house and we're back at the house, I will try to do a review for you. But I absolutely love this spray gun. I use it all the time. Well, not anymore, of course, because mine is broken. But I will be getting another one. So again, make sure you check it out in my Amazon store. It's an amazing product. I absolutely love it. And you guys know I won't recommend anything to you guys that I don't personally love. Alright, so now that everything is dried, I'm going to start to work on the cubby storage part. So I'm going to start to disassemble everything that is in the inner portion of this dresser. Alright, so now I'm going to take that same piece that I was telling you guys about and I'm going to mark it off and cut it so that it will fit into the front part here. So now I'm going to take the same boards that I used at the top and we're going to add them to the bottom here, and I'm going to measure out where I need to cut it out. And then I'm going to take this plywood that I've already cut, and this is going to be our sides of our little cubby storage area here, and this is going to help to hide the right and the left drawers. So now I'm just going to attach our front piece here with the nail gun, and then I'm going to take my E6000, which is the best thing to use besides wood glue, but I really like to use E6 better, more so than the wood glue. But I'm going to add this to my bottom, and then I'm going to start to add my boards to this and nail them down as well. Alright, so now that I have my base put in, I'm going to start to work on the sides. So I'm going to take that piece that I've already cut and I'm going to trace it onto this other piece of plywood, and I'm going to cut it out on my table saw. And then we're going to take it back to the dresser, and I'm going to start to construct our little storage area. So as you can see how the plywood is going to start to enclose our space. So it'll be cut off so you won't be able to see the dresser, the dresser drawers on the left or the right side. So this is how everything looks after I put the drawers back and everything is put together. So it's really flush, and now it just looks like a little storage area. So now I'm just going to take my stain and I'm going to stain the whole entire inside. To this whole entire process, besides adding my wax and my polyurethane to all of my wood, I'm going to now add the new hardware to each of my drawers on the bottom and my 2 on the top. Alright, so here's the final product. I absolutely love the color scheme. It's very warm and cool all at the same time. Now this hardware, when I saw it at Hobby Lobby, I knew that I had to pick it up because it was going to look so perfect with this dresser. The top, I love how cohesive it is with the newly built storage area in the center. The back of it, I got the scrapbook paper from Michaels and I just decoupaged the back, and the color and the pattern and everything just looks so perfect with this piece. I absolutely love it. I hope you guys do too. If you've been with me from the beginning, you know that I do not close my pieces out like this. It's normally video footage, but my computer wanted to act a little crazy and like lose video footage. But if you're new to my channel, make sure you click on that subscribe button. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you give it a big thumbs up. Make sure you comment down below to let me know what you think, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.